Here's my postcard, and I'm going to show you a few more things that you can do with layers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a special shape layer, which is a special kind of layer, and I click on this tool right here to get the special shapes. They're actually vectored shapes, which is something I will explain later. So I'm going to make a rounded rectangle, and you can see that this is going to be my fill, and there's going to be no strokes. So it's a green fill and no strokes. So I'm just going to draw this rounded rectangle right here, and it's green. I can change the color if I want. Okay, so I am going to show you the blending modes again, and opacity and FX. So the blending modes take the layer that's selected. Right now I'm on the shape layer, and they blend it with the pixels that are underneath of it. So that's the background. So now it says normal, so I can try darken. It does something interesting. Color burn has another effect. Overlay. Difference is really interesting. So you can go through those and experiment on your own. Opacity makes the layer transparent. So you can click on each layer. Now I'm doing Gumby, and I can change him too. Right, it even changes his color. So these are things that you can really do a lot with. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go back and make Gumby normal. I make him opaque, and then I'm going to go back and make this normal too, and make this opaque, so I can show you FX. When you look at the bottom of the layers panel, it says FX. So this is a really complex menu. It's going off the screen a little bit so you can't see it, but there's all different things. I'm going to go to drop shadow, which is at the bottom. Okay, so once you click on anything that's under FX, you get the entire menu. It's very complex. So this is the drop shadow right now on Gumby. Oh, actually, it's putting the drop. I have the drop shadow on the lavender. I want it on Gumby. Okay, so now I have Gumby. I'm going back to FX. I'm going to do a drop shadow there. Now you can see a really big drop shadow on that lavender. So I think it looks too big and too dark. So I'm going to mess around with these so I make it look a little bit smaller, and it's in a different spot. Maybe not so big. There, so it's like that. And if I want to, I can do all sorts of weird stuff with it. You can change the contour. You can even change the color. So that's pretty interesting, and you can do a lot more with it. You can do inner shadow. You can do color overlay. I don't really like that. Outer glow is a fun one. So see these little plus signs? You can click on those plus signs, and then you get a lot more options. You can change the colors. You can change everything. Inner glow. You can make it more opaque. So that is FX. There's a lot of different things to experiment with. I'm going to click OK. There's something else in FX that is called blending options. It's the top one. And when you click on that one, you can experiment right here in the center part and this bottom part. You can experiment with which part blends with the colors underneath of it. So that is kind of fun too. Oops, I made it go away. You can also change the opacity there. So hopefully I haven't confused you. Those are some really interesting things that you can work with.